So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I do apologize for the absence. I know you probably thought, oh, he's already forgotten about the series. No, folks, I just had a very busy week. I barely recorded last weekend. So this weekend, I've got some time. So I've made a few decisions regarding our sort of Football Life playthrough. I'm not going to be using Football Life. I've got another video coming out about the Virtual Red one because it's just more complete. So stay tuned for that. Today's video, we're going to talk about the PS5 version of FC25 versus the Pro version. I did pick up a Pro, yes, heaven forbid, and folks, it's not a joke. Like, I will admit, the technology on this thing for the older games is pretty darn good. I'm going to show you a couple of clips at the end of this of God of War. The lighting is insane. Anyway, let me run this very quickly so you're not listening to me waffling. But the whole point of this video today, folks, is simple. I'm going to compare. Now, first of all, one thing I want to take note of, right, is as you can see in this clip that we have here, I've tried to, compile everything and put them together and compare them side by side. The regular PS5 version of FC25 does have a graphics mode, right? So if we go over to it very quickly, you will see that there is an enhanced version and sort of just like the regular version, depending on what TV you have. Now, I've got an OLED, it can do 120 Hertz, the variable refresh rate and all that. So, it makes sense to get a Pro when you have a TV capable. If you don't, it doesn't make sense to get one. It just doesn't. If you don't have the capability of the monitor, the TV you're using, you're not going to see the perks. But anyway, as you can see here, right, the base PS5 has enhanced visuals. And then there's the favor resolution. I was always playing on enhanced. On the PS5 Pro right here, there is no option. Literally, there's no option for graphics. So it's just 60 frames or whatever it is, and it's the highest possible quality that you can get. I thought that was quite interesting, and this is basically how all the games work. I tried them all. Spider-Man, right? Normal PS5 has performance mode, quality mode. On the Pro, there is none of that. It's just unbelievably good looking when you get into the game. God of War's the same. I mean, God of War absolutely blew me away. It was madness. So anyway, we're going to dive into comparing right here for you guys. So we've got PS5 regular on the left, and then on the right-hand side, we have, the PS5 Pro, as you can see. Now, you're not going to see the differences really in this video. You're just not, because it's a video, it's being compressed. I recorded this on my Mac, and ultimately it's always going to look better on your TV screen as opposed to some video. The one thing I will say is it's the lighting. It's the lighting that really pushes the Pro more than the base version. Like even the sun there, you can kind of see was a little bit different. And sort of the way the sun sort of reflects off the hair and the turf and stuff like that. And ultimately, folks, playing at night time is when you're going to see the biggest difference. I've got 3 matches or 3 intros. These are kind of intros because it is the cutscenes that is the difference maker with the Pro. The gameplay, folks, is not that much different. I would no way say go and buy a PS5. I wouldn't say buy a PS5 Pro for this game anyway. That's ridiculous. FIFA is not, or FC25 isn't a bad looking game. And, it's already got all the bells and whistles. The performance, though, is definitely smoother. You're getting a much smoother experience on the PS5 Pro. The menus are still laggy as hell. I mean, that's just EA in a nutshell. But if you kind of compare the two players, I mean, it is difficult. This is where I was trying to get really some decent comparisons. You see, you can't really tell here, like with the crowd, right? It looks very much the same. And then if we quickly look, yeah, I mean, Bruno is kind of hard because he's decided he wants to put his sleeve up. What a moron. But like this one right here, I know it's not a massive difference, but McAllister, it does look sharper than Mohamed Salah. Salah needs to shave off the bush. But yeah, you'll see that much more in detail when you see it on the monitor yourself or your TV as opposed to just a video. But yeah, at night time is when the game looks much better. It really does. I've got an example after this of Bayern München against Borussia Dortmund. So I kind of just panned through, having a look at the crowd itself, what looked different. I mean, there's a look at the crowd. It's always difficult when you get a new console because you kind of forget what the old one looks like. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to go back and forth. I have both of these hooked up. I was playing the PS5 Pro on one, PlayStation 5 on the other, going back and forth, just comparing them, having a look at them, seeing if there's any big differences. And this game didn't blow me away by any stretch. There was not a substantial difference between the Pro versus the base version. I don't have the Slim version, I've just got the base PS5. But the cutscenes was the difference ultimately, and it did play a bit smoother. But I'm not going to sit here and say, go and get a PS5 Pro. I could have clickbait all of you and said, the PS5 Pro is amazing on FC25. Go and buy it. No, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is where they look better, though. If you have a look on the PS5 base and that one, just looking at the faces, if they have a proper face, that is, they do look really, really good. There's a couple of really nice comparisons on here. Harry Kane's a good example, as well as the keeper. But yeah, even, I mean, look at Alphonso Davies there. I mean, that looked just like the way, you know, the shine. As I said, the lighting, it's the ray tracing now that really is enhancing these games. And the lighting on that, it looks phenomenal. You know, even the kids look better than the regular. But yeah, that's what it is. It's the ray tracing. And I'll show you that after, like I said. Stay tuned at the end of this video for the God of War one I'm going to show you. I took it with my phone. But it's still, you know, and once again, Emre Can there, looking the part. But I took it with me phone, because, yeah, the PS5, I don't know, recording on the PS5 sometimes gets on my nerves, and it doesn't record well. It's always washed up. Once again, you've got a comparison there of just sort of the crowd. You know, once again, is it I mean, it looks a little bit sharper, you'd probably say. Like, there's that bloke there, and then you got that bloke there. Maybe, like, the font, you can see a little... It's a touch sharper, but it's not drastic. It's not drastic. I just wanted to put this out today, folks. I thought it might be interesting. Some people might be thinking, oh, the Pro's coming out. How's it looking for certain games? Certain games have been patched properly for it. Some haven't. Yeah, I'm still waiting. I think Black Ops 6 hasn't been patched yet, but that game's still going to run pretty well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you have had a PS5 Pro or managed to pick one up, let me know your thoughts. I know people will say, Ricky, what are you getting one? Look, you are all going to buy one next year when GTA 6 comes out, and it's the best way to play the game. 100%, the PS5 Pro will be the best way to play. There's a comparison. We'll go back to that very quickly. The best way to play GTA 6, and then people are going to buy it. Mark my words. So there's a comparison, trying to get them. Once again, it's not a massive difference, is it? But if you have a look, it's almost like the shadows, you know? And the way there's a little bit more reflection on the hair, like there, opposed to there. But it's very, it's you know, it's not massive. And once again, the video isn't really going to do it that much justice. What I did here was try and get a comparison of two goals, both scored by, yeah, obviously Harry Kane. Yeah, obviously I score goals because I'm Harry Kane, yeah. So right here, there we are, doing his traditional celebration. But yeah, they look really good, like there, when they're all together, having a cuddle schmuddle. Yeah, watch me with the goalie there, embarrass myself. I was like, Harry, just quickly score, mate. I'm doing a comparison video here. Sort it out. So there we have that one. Yeah, that's where he looks the best, right there. You know, it looks more natural than that, you know. If you can tell the difference. I know a lot of you are going to say there's no difference, Ricky. I said it does look a little different on the console when you're playing it, but you're not going to notice it that much here. But then we move on finally to obviously Barcelona against Real Madrid, just to showcase that one. This was a rainy match. I tried to do, like I said, different comparisons. One in the daytime, one in the nighttime, one rainy time. But I do think nighttime is the best way to play the game to really see the difference. That's when the lighting, as I said, the ray tracing starts making a bigger difference than just, you know, when it's cloudy and muggy like it is here. But yeah, regarding the next playthrough, folks, Virtua Red, that's what we're going to aim for, okay? Because I've downloaded 500 gigs worth of the next update that came out. We're going to use POG Champions mod as well, so it's going to be a much deeper Master League than we're normally going to do. And just easier as a whole, to be fair, to just, you know, whack it on and get it done. There's the boys, Robert Lewandowski and Kylian Mbappe. Now remember, if you are thinking about getting a Pro, as I said, you've got to, there's a comparison for you. So the big difference here is he's got 6 buttons here and he's got 7 on the other one. That's not really a one, but no, I mean, once again, there isn't a massive difference here. You wouldn't, maybe the lighting here looks a little bit more natural on the Pro as opposed to the base, but is it substantial in any way? No, it's not. I think he blinks more realistically. Ooh. That's a joke, by the way. All right, don't take me seriously. The turf looks good, but it looks good in both. Shake of the hands. Rafinha's looking the part. I mean, EA they do a phenomenal job of making the game look great. They do. They always have done. You know, we've never really looked at. I mean, apart from when they came out with bodybuilders back in the day, that was always good fun. And once again, there's a comparison of just the crowd. You know, that's it. That's all I can say. But yeah, make sure, like as I said, you've got to have the tech to be able to enhance these games. If you don't have an OLED, I would say, if your TV isn't capable of doing 120 hertz and frames, and you don't have VRR, you know, variable refresh rate, you're not going to see the perks and the benefits of the newer consoles. So yeah, don't be getting a Pro and you've got a 22-inch SD monitor. Yeah, you're not going to see much there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it can do, because as I mentioned, some of the games I was playing just look so much better. Even Uncharted, you know, the old school Uncharted came back in 2000s. It was sharper, crisper. Definitely the PSSR is doing something regarding that. So the technology in the PS5 Pro isn't a joke. We'll see how it goes and pans out. So I've got a little bit of snippet of gameplay. It's not going to be very smooth because I tried recording this on my Mac, and the Mac just can't for some reason handle 60 frames per second. So it looks like it's running at about 30 here. But I just wanted a real quick snippet of the gameplay. As I said, it basically looks identical on here because it will do. I would just say the benefits of the Pro over the base is it is smoother and the cutscenes do look better. The lighting is better in the replays. We may have a couple of replays on here that might pop up. But I just wanted to put that out today, folks. As I said, let me know your thoughts below. And we will return next week. I'm planning on, well, PogChampion's new updated mod for V-Red, the latest one, I think comes out next week. So that's what I'm looking at, is around that time. We'll start, yeah, we're probably going to do a Barcelona playthrough, so I think it should be good fun. The younger players coming through, trying to, you know, elevate them, progress them, win some cups and trophies. And we'll continue the Man United one. I'm still using Ant James's mod. We might try Legendary and crank that up and see if I don't completely embarrass myself. And yeah, we'll just continue what we're doing. You know, eFootball, I've given up with it. As you guys probably know, I just can't be bothered with it anymore. I don't see any value in playing that game. And I don't like the direction Konami have gone with it. So, yeah, they can kiss my backside. If they come out with a Master League one day, then we'll revisit the game and we'll try it out. But they definitely need to tone down some of the automation. Otherwise, it could be a little bit too... it's too beginnerish, amateurish. Bring it back to the old school ways when people actually had to learn how to play a game, you know? Alright, so that's some gameplay for you. I was hoping there was going to be maybe some cutscenes. I mean, there's a cutscene of Rafinha putting the ball down. And there's just one of injured player. Can't believe it. Alright, I want to show you very quickly the God of War stuff, because it does look madness. So, be right back. He's nailed him. Great challenge, Bull Day! Alright folks, so here is the clip, right? So this was literally, I've only played this game for like an hour. I never really got into it, but I probably will now. I was so blown away, right, about this, because I was looking at, I mean, look at the lighting. I was kind of showing my brother, like, all the stuff around here is absolutely, I said, this is what the Pro is capable of doing now. The reflections, the lighting, the level of detail is absolutely insane. And remember, this is 4K at 60 frames. So it runs beautifully and it looks amazing. And yeah, it was such a cool thing to see. And then I'll show you another one. This was a very, very small one. Of, oh yeah, green screen. That's perfect, isn't it? Yeah, let's show you that. Green screen. Load of rubbish. Don't know why it does that when you open up the VLC. Right here, look at that. I honestly, I was playing this and I was like, if I stop this and I sent it to someone, they would generally think that was a real kid playing in a video game. It looks like a real kid. And once again, the armor, the way the light shines off, it was just insane. And then, yeah, the final one was just sort of a Spider-Man video here. It's not going to look great on this because, yeah, as I said, I was recording it literally with my phone like that. But once again, it's the way the lighting moves. The ray tracing has got so insane now. And this is what makes games look the way they do. The way the shadows move, for instance. It's so natural. GTA 6 is going to be mental, folks. So yeah, prepare yourself, get your wallet out. I would definitely recommend a PS5 Pro later on down the road if you can, you know, save up some, or if you have the luxury to get one, you've got the TVs and that, because it is a step up from the base version, and it should be for the price, right? Absolutely. But we'll see what happens in the future. There's my little comparison between FC25. It's not that different on that game. So yeah, some games are gonna look much better than others. I think Demon's Souls got a big update, and then like Baldur's Gate and all those other games. But yeah, other games, not so much. So anyway, we're back shortly. I'll have a full video of the new Virtual Red coming out. We're going to do just to show you all the features and bells and whistles. So yeah, that'll be coming very soon. Till next time, take care.